Well, you also mentioned that you've been doing, mentalism and magic. How does that blend with therapy? Because, the mentalism and magic is very tightly knit together with hypnosis. And actually, most people, when they think about hypnosis, they think freak show. So I always tell people, hypnosis is not magic, but it can have magical results. And I know that you also do some magic and also mentalism. How can you blend these together? And if you are going to, teach us anything from that field of working.
Well, it's all forms of magic, isn't it? First of all, let's talk about pure hypnosis. Why would I stick somebody to a chair? Why would I get them to forget the number 3 and think they've got 11 fingers? Why would I become invisible? And why would I get them to rub that lamp over there and a genie would appear? Why would I do that? Well, if I can stick them to the chair, I can stick them to the goal. If I can get the number 3 to disappear, I can get the problem to disappear, and so on and so forth. And it's the same with magic. If I can show somebody that neuro-linguistic programmingly, I can get their mind to do something in a way that they go, wow, they stick around a while. They think, well, you can do more than this? Yeah, not only can I do more than this, but I can show you how to do more than this. So I blend my magic and mentalism into it. And I show them how to get some of these results. There'll be other things there that are simply used for convincers. And I'm always fairly candid about that. They're just there for convincers. We have a bit of fun. I do lots of kids stuff. So when a child comes in here, they're a bag of nerves. They don't know what's happening. If I can do something and teach other hypnotherapists around the world, not to give away all my secrets in magic for my magic brotherhood friends, but a couple special things that they can make a child go, wow, smile and lean forward, then it's a special moment, yeah? Absolutely. And I'm happy to teach that.
So you'll actually touch also on how to work with kids?
Absolutely. I do a lot of child work.
Are you sure all this stuff will fit in a 2-day workshop?
I'm very fast.
All right. I'll have to keep up with you, okay?
I mean, if I wanted to, it is a fact that I could do the swan on just the wall over 2 days. Wow. But we do it in such a way, we do it, we leave it, and it comes in intermittently within the other things. But yeah, I've been doing these 2-day workshops for some time now, and it seems to fit perfectly.
Wow, amazing. And you also mentioned something about, because especially people, well, let's put it this way. In Romania, people who've been studying with us, they are not very hung up on scripts. But worldwide, there are many people who are taking hypnosis courses, and then they start using scripts for this, and scripts for that, and scripts for the other. Will you touch on this subject during the workshop? And what is your take on working with scripts?
Well, when you get someone who has to pick up a piece of paper, this is how I started off, Eugene. A nice deep breath, please. Close your eyes and sleep. And then as you close your eyes, and as you sleep, you will find, I used to do that. And I was terrified in case they opened their eyes and see the paper. Yeah. Then I had to get the second piece of paper. Remember that? And I had to be careful not to make the noise. I had to go, shh, that noise, it would make a noise. So there's a saying, if you can't hide it, paint it red. So if you need to use a script, you can tell the person, I've got these notes based on your therapy. I'm going to be reading some of this stuff when you close your eyes. So you'll hear me writing down and stuff like that. Is that okay? I never read a script, never. Yeah. But I am totally scripted. So if you came to work with me right now, Eugene, by the time of the 3rd or 4th client today, you'd be thinking, shit, this is what he does. Yeah. You'd think, oh my God, the guy, this is what he does. Yeah. So I have my openings, I have my preamble, I know what I'm doing. The script for me is to get them to go all the way down to just go boing. Yeah. Then we go with the flow. Then I use this wonderful word, rapport, because the best therapists in the world have fantastic rapport. They don't need to be hypnotists, do they? They just got this rapport. But we need to learn the skills. We need to learn the skills. Script is lovely. The script gets you on the train in Aberdeen, and it takes you to London. It makes you hit every single stop, and it's a beautiful journey. But then the secret is to practice, 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 then forget. Yeah. Because by that time it's in there. Yeah.
So rather you're not really using a script, but rather like a protocol that you have to touch on, certain steps during the protocol.
Yes, and I prefer to call it a template. And I'll be revealing that template, and everyone, when we're there in Romania, will go home with my template. They'll keep that for the rest of their life. They'll look at the template, they'll practice it, and they'll come back to me and they'll say, yeah, it just works. It simply works. But everything I do will be for an absolute reason, and it's my job to explain the reason, to say why, in a way that they can look at me and go, yeah, I get it. That makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. I'm very, very excited. Now, in the closing question here, you were saying that there is a certification for the Swan, right?
Yeah.
All right. Besides this, will you give like a certain certification to public, to people who are participating in the workshop? It's like, anything besides that, or is that it? And that's that?
I don't know what you mean. Sorry.
All right. So some people are interested in being certified, let's say, in the wall, or being certified to use, any of the other methods. But because you said, if you take the Swan, then you'll be certified Swanner, so to speak, right? So the question is they will get a certification to use the Swan technique. And my question is if you offer other certification for this training besides the Swan, or if that's the one.
It will be, the certification will be in the Bob Burns 2-day workshop, which includes training in the Swan, the consultation, and that will be written into the certificate, yeah?
Yeah. Awesome.
But mainly, I tell you now, Eugene, the guys, when people learn the Swan, a lot of the stuff slides away. You can just do therapy for the rest of your life by just using the Swan. Yeah. It just happens like that, yeah?
Beautiful. Awesome. I'm very, very excited, and I will, like I said, I will start to prepare for this, but I'm really excited because I know there's so much that you have to teach. I'm fortunate, I have to say I'm blessed that I've known you for a short while now, and I have to warn public and make a public announcement, a public warning that if people are not ready to have fun, they should not attend this workshop.
They mustn't come. Keep them out.
You are not allowed to come if you don't want to have fun. Is that
okay? We're not going to have them. No.
Yeah. Okay. We just want to put a big sign on the door.
Yeah.
Because we like to have fun, right?
Absolutely. And they'll enjoy it, and we will have fun. It'll be great.
Awesome. I'm looking forward so much for your time, Bob, and I'm looking forward to see you in September.
Take care, Eugene. All the best, mate.
Thank you.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye.